Hey, what's going on? My name is CK, and I want to tell you about a great group called the Black Balance Network. The Black Balance Network is a cooperative of black content creators that provide opinions and commentary. We're all about supporting the individual, collective, and community, as well as supporting businesses and ideas to the grassroots level. The group includes Business Minded Talk, D. Durrell, Love Wisdom, Faith, Ray Ray the Awareness Channel, and the Screen Learning Channel. Be sure to check us out, and we look forward to providing you with great content. So what are you waiting for? Why haven't you subscribed yet? You should be subscribing. Click the notification bell, share all of the video links, and share the channel. Please support us, and we look forward to providing you with great content. See you soon.
Hi, this is Faith, and you are watching Faith Jones' channel, where we talk about plenty of topics, variety of topics ranging from black family, black love, relationships, politics, whatever happens to be on our mind, current events, celebrities. We talk about it here, and we make it make sense. And you know what? I do this early in the morning on my morning rides for my big rig, usually Wednesday through Saturday. Now I do also do late evening shows, Sunday to Tuesday, so also be tuning in for those shows are so salacious and hot that you will not be able to believe what we have in store for you. So please, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and tell all your friends about Faith Jones on the show. All right, and I am live. What's going on, everybody? I'm working on some different intros. That was an intro that I did just this morning. I just put that together. Don't think I will be keeping that one though, because the audio is a little loud. So I have to get home at my computer and kind of do some work with that. But it works for now. All right, everybody. Good morning. It is Wednesday, October 21st, and it is 3:18 in Phoenix. Yes, and the weather over here is great. I'm loving this time of year. What's going on, Stream Learning? What's going on? You like my intro? Thank you. Thank you. I do try. I do try. All right. So, you know what? I was sitting up here, I was thinking to myself, I was talking to Screen Learning last night, as a matter of fact, because, you know, these elections are getting really, really close. Some people have already voted, and I haven't received my mail-in ballot yet. Haven't gotten it yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of upset about it, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm just going to take my behind down to the polling place. And I'm going to just go ahead and cast my vote in person. Maybe it's better to do it that way anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't get your ballot in the mail, get your booty to the poll. Let the strippers say, get your booty to the polls. Yeah, I'm going to get my booty to the poll. But at any rate, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on in the news. You know, Ice Cube is getting a lot of flack because he's working with Trump. A lot of people, you're upset because he went over there and talked to him. And you know what? We did a little talk about it. You know, the BBN group, different members have rendered their opinion on it. And I've said many a times, you know what? Who cares? Okay. You guys criticized Steve Harvey for going over there, you know, pretty much canceled him. You know, if you can cancel anybody, I don't see how you guys can cancel anybody. You guys don't pay anybody's bills. You don't actually, you know, contribute any money towards these people. These are white people actually backing these so-called people that you call yourself canceling. But at any rate, you know, you want to cancel them, go ahead. You want to cancel Ice Cube now because Ice Cube, you know, simply went over there to talk on our behalf. And this is what I'm talking about, you know, with my people. Some of you, you know, you guys are ridiculous. You sit up here on out one side of your mouth, you're complaining about, oh, nothing's changed. We don't have any laws changed on our behalf. Woe is me, what we gonna do? But soon as somebody gets up off their behind and goes to actually do something about it, they're going to actually talk to the people that are in charge that actually can make a change. Then you all are sitting up here complaining because they went over there and talked to them because you don't like how it looks. Oh, it don't look right. Oh, that person a like talking to this person. Oh no, no. Shut up. I think on behalf of all the free thinking, sane African American people, I want to say on behalf of all these people, shut up. Just shut your mouth. Okay? You're not going to do anything. You're not going to get up and talk to anybody. You're just going to sit there and keep complaining about the same old stuff over and over again. Shut up. And that's, you know what, that segues me into what my topic is actually about this morning. I didn't want to talk about politics. I do a lot of bullshitting early on before I get into my actual topic. But this topic is going to be about how the dysfunctional people in our society hate the normal people in our society. And the reason I wanted to talk about this morning is because, I'm noticing that we make a lot of excuses for dysfunction. A lot of excuses. As a matter of fact, dysfunctional people get so many excuses that, when they do their bullshit, we don't even bat an eye. We don't even bat an eye anymore. It's just kind of like, oh yeah, that's Steven. Today's Wednesday. He's on his regular bullshit. His regular dysfunctional bullshit. That's just Steven. We give these people so many crutches. It doesn't make any sense. We never hold these slackers accountable. Meanwhile, you got the normal people, the people that are, responsible, reliable, always do what they're supposed to do. Meanwhile, if they do one thing wrong out of their normal routine, we hold their feet to the fire. We're about to sizzle they behind. Oh, no, not reliable Rhonda. Reliable Rhonda can't make any mistakes. Oh no, if she make a mistake, oh no, we got to hold her to the fire. We got to hold her to the fire. What's up, uppity unicorn in the house with her pretty self? But yeah, we have a lot of dysfunctional people in our group, and it's always the loudest, it's always the dumbest people that we allow to lead us. It's always the loudest and the dumbest people that we allow to get away with their skullduggery, their dysfunctional behavior. We allow it. So now I wonder, why is that? Why is it that we give the crazies, the people of society that don't really contribute anything, why do we give them so much leeway? Why do we give them a voice? Why are we even listening to them? Why are we even listening to what's her name? That did the WAP song. I'm having a brain fart here. You know who I'm talking about. Why are we listening to people like this? Cardi B. That's who I'm talking about. Why are we listening to Cardi B? Cardi B gets to go and interview Biden. She gets to, talk about political things that she has on her mind. And we actually sit here and we listen. We listen to these people, these crazy, dysfunctional people. Miss, I'm going to get a divorce and then turn around and take them back in 2 weeks. Why do we even listen to these people? And so when we do stuff like this, when we allow our loudest and our dumbest to lead us, what does that say about us as a group? I'll tell you what it says about us as a group. Our dysfunction precedes us because now we have whole Democratic Party sitting up here with an ad out with strippers talking about get your booty to the pole. That's what they think about us. This is why you don't let your loudest and your dumbest speak for you. This is why you don't listen to these people. This is why we should be shunning these people. But no, we let our loudest and our dumbest represent us. And now look, the black community is now forever, because it's going to take a long time for us to get out from under this stigma. We're forever dubbed the dummies. Basically, all you got to do is just pander to us. You don't have to actually give us anything. And guess what? We accept it. We accept it. Now, we got some very bright, we have some very intelligent people in our group that we could, allow us to speak to us. Like we have Dr. Claude Anderson. He's been banging on the whole reparation thing for years. And, he's getting older, he's getting older. What's up, Chef Disaster? What's up, Al Banks? And, we need more people like him. We need more people to take up that torch and continue his work. Our smartest and our brightest people. But we don't never listen to the smartest and the brightest. Why is it always on the job? It always seems like it's that loud, ignorant person in the meeting that always gets a voice. And for some reason or another, they don't get put out. No, they don't get ostracized for, speaking out of turn and having their stupid opinion. People actually sit and entertain these people. They sit and entertain them. Now, I would be the same person in the room. I would be the same person in the room, and I would say, hey, you, Mr. Loud and Stupid, it ain't your turn to talk. And on top of that, you're being real ignorant right now. Won't you sit your behind down so we can finish this meeting? Won't you do that? Because you're doing a lot of talking and you ain't really saying nothing. And that's the other thing. Our loudest and dumbest, when they do speak, they tend to do a lot of talking. And they talk a lot too. They tend to be very long-winded people. They do a lot of talking, and then at the end of what they were talking about, you're more confused than when they first started talking, because they really didn't say anything. They're just loud, belligerent, and want to be seen. And usually it'll be somebody like me, because everybody else gonna be quiet. They're not gonna say nothing. They just, oh, that's just Steve. Today's Wednesday. That's what he do. This is what he do. No, Steve. No, not today. Not at this meeting. You're gonna shut the hell up. That would be me. That would be me saying the same person in the room. You're gonna sit down and be quiet so we can get through this meeting. Because see, it'd be people like that prolong the meetings. It'd be people like that have you sitting in the meeting an extra hour and they ain't saying a goddamn thing. And it used to really just boil my behind. I used to be on the sales and marketing team when I worked at Comcast Cable Company. And we had a person just like this at the meetings every freaking time. Every freaking time. And mind you, just because they're loud and ignorant doesn't mean that they're not articulate. Sometimes you have a lot of articulate, loud, and ignorant people that just be pontificating. They'll sit up and pontificate throughout the whole meeting. The meeting is about how you're going to get people to stay with the company, retention. And they will deflect from what you're actually there to talk about some nonsense. And they will pontificate for hours if you let them. Oh yeah, Yellow Rose, Texas. We always know at least one person like that. But then it'd be the same person like myself that'll stand up because you done had enough week after week, long ass meetings, and then today is the day that you want to just leave and get off early, and here come this person with their shenanigans again. I'll be getting up. No, not today. Not today, Steve. Not today. Sit your behind down, okay? Because you're not talking about nothing. We gonna get through this meeting. And you know what? People will actually get madder at you for standing up to somebody like Steve. They'll tell you that you're out of order. This is how crazy the world has gotten. Screen Learning says the loud, ignorant person in the meeting is similar to the loud, ignorant person on these YouTube panels. Exactly. Disruptive and ain't talking about nothing. Exactly. Just want to be seen. Steve done bought a new suit. He got on a new Rolex, and he just got his hair cut. And now he'll be damned if nobody's going to notice him. He'll be damned if he can't be seen today. So he gonna stand up and make a whole bunch of noise about a whole bunch of nothing and waste everybody's time. Gia Girl says your speech can be articulate, but it doesn't mean you're intelligent. You just speak with a flow that's understood and fluent. Yes, and you know what? You know what? There are a lot of people on YouTube that have channels, and they are very, very charismatic people, but they are stupid, dumb, dumb, dumb. And when you go over there, a lot of times when they run out of stuff to say, then they'll start talking about other YouTubers. Just peep the game real quick. Peep the game about these so-called intelligent Black voices that we're supposed to have over here in Black YouTube. They're not very intelligent. They're not very smart. And if you really pay attention, they're regurgitating the same talking points over and over. And we just sit here and allowed them to do. Oh, are we talking about beta male coons again? Are we talking about who they choose again? Are we talking about how the Black woman is her fault because she a single mother again? Like, how long are we going to continue to regurgitate the same talking points? And you know what? There's no end in sight. There's never, ever any type of solution to what they're complaining about. It's just the same crap over and over again. And all it does is it fuels a gender war. And it trauma bonds them to their subscribers that are also losers in real life. I'm just going to speak and say what I really feel. You know, this is exactly what these people are doing. And then somebody like myself will step up and say, hey, when we going to move on from this? Isn't there other stuff that we could be focusing on? Like, when exactly are we going to, come to the conclusion that, yeah, we got some beta male coons in our midst, and we just gonna ignore them and move on? But we no, we gonna focus on these coons for about 3 more years and waste everybody else's time. We gonna focus on all the baby mamas. We're not gonna focus on the single mothers that are actually raising their children correctly. No, we're not going to focus on the Black people that actually have good contributions to society. We're going to keep focusing on these degenerates because that's what sells. We're going to trauma bond. We're going to talk about how no good these Negroes are, how no good these females are, how you can't get a date with these so-called no good Negroes and no good females. Because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's because these people want a date and they can't get one. These are the people they really want. but they said no and they can't get over it. So they're going to go on and on and on about it for another 3-4 years until they finally find the one that'll give them the time of day. And when that person breaks their heart because they were on some BS, then we're going to hear about it again for another 3-4 years. You know what? I don't know about you, but 3-4 years is a long time. Time that I'm not going to get back. Time that you're not going to get back. Why are these people wasting our time with this nonsense? They're not saying anything. They're just on here pontificating. And then that brings me over to the relationship portion of the dysfunctional people that don't like normal people. Have you ever started dating somebody and you thought that they were normal, thought everything was all good, and then you get into an entanglement, or not entanglement, I wouldn't call it, you get into a very, very committed situation with this person. You're exclusive now. You both decide you're gonna be exclusive. And then right when you start giving your heart over to this person, like this person is gold, they let you know that they was crazy the whole time, that they were putting on a front. And here's what I mean. You could be a single woman, okay? You got a kid or something like that, and then you meet Mr. Right. He is beautiful. The children love him. You love him. He works. He got his own place, got his own car, pay his own bills, give you money. He knows how to treat you. You don't never have to go in your purse and pay for no date or nothing like that. And y'all talking about the future. And then he asks you to marry him. And you're just like, yes, oh my Lord, I've been praying for this day all my life. And then you move in together, and then that Negro change on you. When you start living together, you find out just how crazy they are. You wake up one day, and this Negro is sitting up here talking about some, yeah, I'm about to go hang out with my boys. And you're like, okay, that's cool. He leave at 5 o'clock in the afternoon and don't come back until 6 a.m. the next morning. And all while he was gone, you was calling, wondering what the hell he was doing. And he don't answer the phone. He all of a sudden he just started doing stuff like that. Ladies, y'all know what I'm talking about. See that the dysfunctional behavior don't never happen in the beginning of the relationship. It always happens when you've been with them for a while and you think you know. After you done moved in and signed leases and all that type of stuff, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And then he comes in talking that dumb stuff like, oh, well, I was with the guys and I got drunk and I couldn't drive home, and, making excuses. Making excuses. Then that's the first incident, right? But then all of a sudden it becomes a revolving pattern. And so now this ain't normal behavior anymore. This dysfunctional as hell. Because y'all in a relationship and half the time you don't know where this nigga at. You don't know where he's at. And then he's going to try to tell you, well, we ain't really married, even though he done asked you to marry him. Well, we're not really married now. We still both technically single. And he tried to justify the dysfunctional behavior. And you're sitting up here telling him this ain't normal. This ain't what people in relationships do. This is not the norm, baby. You're not supposed to be staying out all times of night, just coming in like, whenever you feel like it, like you're not in a relationship. That ain't normal. Then they turn around and try to make you, the normal person, seem like you're abnormal. Oh, you're a bugaboo. You got insecurity issues. You not secure enough for me. You think I'm out here doing stuff all the time. Why you so insecure? Insecure, 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 insecure. You begin to hear that word being thrown around over and over again. The shaming tactics have begun, right? Because of his dysfunctional behavior, now he's going to shame you into believing that it's not anything wrong with him, it's actually something wrong with you. Because you know, in the beginning, he was like this. But now he's going to try to convince you that this is normal. This just what we do. And it's the same thing with men, you know, dealing with women. You meet this woman, oh, she seemed like the perfect woman, don't she? Oh, she looked good, smelled good, dressed nice. She's not out there. You know, everybody don't know her like that. You know what I'm saying? She don't have all them kids in the house. Seem like she keep a pretty decent spot. She cooking for you, doing everything you like in the beginning, right? Ooh, the sex is fire. Where did she learn all of this? Got your toes curling, got your eyes rolling in the back of your head. She can make the goddamn Sundays, what they call it, she can make daylight turn into night. That's how good she is. You done hit the unicorn jackpot. And so you get with her because, you know, she ain't displaying all that dysfunctional, crazy stuff in the beginning of the relationship. She ain't doing all that. You know, everybody at the beginning, they always send out their best representative, don't they? Don't they? So you don't mind whining and dining her and spending extra time and all this type of stuff. You don't mind doing for a woman like this because she worthy. You on the verge of going down to Zales and putting some money down on that diamond. Then you move her in, or y'all go and get a place together. Y'all about to go on with your little lives together and everything. Seem like it's hunky-dory, right? But she didn't tell you that she's a little obsessive compulsive, did she? She didn't tell you that she liked to, you know, kind of steal money out the bank account and not pay no bills on time. She didn't tell you that she only stay employed for about 3 or 4 months out the year, and then she gonna quit her job, and now you got to take care of everything. And she didn't tell you that while you at work, working hard, paying for everything because she didn't quit her job, she at home making more bills for you because she keep getting them FedEx packages every day in the mail. Every day she got something from Wish. She ain't tell you none of this stuff. She's real bad, mismanaged money. You in the daggone poorhouse and you ain't never seen yourself there before in your life. And when you go and you try to talk to her about this dysfunctional behavior, she sit here and try to justify to you why she doing what she do. Oh, baby, you the provider. You the man. You supposed to pay for everything, aren't you? Aren't you? Aren't you supposed? Ain't you the man? You can't handle these bills? Oh, I thought you was more man enough than that. I guess you're not man enough for me. the shaming tactics. The shaming tactics, right? Because she's going to try to convince you that her being financially irresponsible is normal. You done set up here and gave her money to pay the light bill, and you thought she paid the light bill, but what she really did was she really went out and took that light bill money, and she went over to Ben Juan and Su Ye nail salon and spent the light bill money on all them rhinestones and all them long ass fingernails and toes and everything that you like to see. She done spent that on that. So then when it come time for the bill to come around again, you notice that it's double and you got a pink slip in the mail because it's a disconnect notice. And you know, I could have sworn I gave, baby, I could have sworn I gave you the money to pay this bill. Why is there a pink notice in the mail? And then she goes and she has a full-on tantrum just for you questioning why she didn't pay the bill. She has a full-on tantrum trying to deflect. She acting crazy, turning over tables and chairs. Because, see, you're normal. You know how to budget yourself. But see, her abnormal behavior, she's trying to justify by being even more abnormal. She's going to yell and overtalk you, and she's going to get you to back down because of her crazy behavior. Because you want her to just simmer down and just relax, right? So you tell her, never mind, I'm going to go down to the light company. I'm going to call down to the light company. I'm going to take care of it. You just wanted to shut up. And see, this is what dysfunctional people do. They always deflect either by shaming you, trying to get you to feel shame that you're not accepting their dysfunctional behavior, or they will deflect by acting totally crazy, totally maniacal and chaotic, that you just want peace. So you just tell them, okay, simmer down, I'll take care of it. You know. And you let them have their way. Yellow Rose, Texas says, run. Exactly. They will gaslight you the hell up if you let them. Gia Girl says, we are all on our best behavior at first, but many say just be yourself. If this is you, then why does all this mess come out later? You know what? It's always the dysfunctional people, I notice, that do this. They are the best people in the beginning that you ever met. Sometimes they seem a little bit too good to be true. And you go, wow, this person is amazing. Like the guy that knows your favorite color. Like the guy that seems to know what your regular habits are. And he'll tell you, I know you already. And you're thinking it's so cute that he knows you. Like, oh, he knows my favorite color. Oh, he knows where I be at on Wednesdays. I like to go over here to this particular spot and have here a cup of coffee. So he decided to go over there and buy it for me. Oh, you know what? He knows that I like to go to the gym on Saturday. But you know, in the back of your mind, you're not really picking up on the fact that this nigga stalking you. You're too flattered by him just, oh, I finally got a man that just take the time to know me. No. That crazy, dysfunctional, if he know where you at, if he I know your favorite color. I know what you do. I know where you be. I know who you talk to. Girl, I know you. I know you, girl. Jane Bain says serial killers are very charismatic. Ask their dead victims. Yes. Screen Learning says he knows you already because he's been stalking and tracking you. That's how controlling behavior starts. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And see, when their slip starts to show, when they start slipping up, they start popping up at your house and you know you didn't give them your address. And you're like, what are you doing here? How do you know where I live? Girl, I know you. I know you. Oh yeah, it's time to go. It's time to call the police. It's time to get that restraining order. It's time to buy that firearm. It's time to do all of that. Okay, because this is a Negro that's crazy. None of that is flattering behavior. Do not be flattered by somebody stalking you. Are we that starved for attention? Are we that starved for affection that we find these things flattering? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I always make sure you get home safe, Diamond. Yes, yes. Yellow Rose says some study you so that they know which card to play. Also, real life storms bring out who people really are. Exactly, exactly. And see, these are people that I'm extremely wary of. And when you start to pick up on their weird pattern of behavior, you can't really let them know that you're on to them right away. Because if you do, that might cause them to come out their bag. So you just kind of, you play nice, but then you just kind of slowly distance yourself. Slowly distance yourself. You don't want to make them mad. Last thing you want to do is poke the sleeping bed. Because these people are unhinged. Okay? They are mentally crazy. Any form of rejection will probably send them over the hurdle. Any form of rejection. Then you get the dysfunctional people, the Mr. and Mrs. I make promises I don't keep. Now, these are the people that really, really grate on my last nerve. These are the people that generally like to promise you the moon and the stars at the beginning of a relationship. They gonna be your all in all, right? Ooh, baby, we gonna go on trips to France. We gonna go on cruises. We gonna take a trip to the islands. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. I'm gonna buy you a big house. These are the people that promise you the moon and the stars, right? If it's a female, ooh, baby, I'm a cook and clean. I'm a rub your back. I'm gonna give you this good wop every night. They promise you the moon and the stars. This is Mr. and Mrs. I make promises I never intend to keep. I just saying everything that you want to hear just to get with you. And then it don't even have to be a relationship. Somebody can come to you with a business opportunity. Hey, I got this great business opportunity. It's going to make you a lot of money, get you a lot of notoriety. A lot of the people in Hollywood, that's how they get these aspiring actors and actresses on the producer couch. You know what I'm saying? They lie to them. Oh yeah, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that. Just all this here talking and making promises. And then what happens is they may even get you on the set. They may even write the script to the movie. But then what ends up happening is either if you're not playing along, meaning that they're not getting what they want, eventually they become disinterested in the opportunity. And what you'll see them do is play you to the left. They're not showing up on the set anymore. They're not paying the bills. They're not, putting any type of energy towards what they promised you. And as a matter of fact, they done moved on to a different opportunity. You see them over here on the next set with the next person that they done promised something to and putting all their energy and time over there. And then when you have the nerve and the audacity to point out to them, hey, you ain't even finished the first movie. I'm over here on the set. All the actors and showed up and you gone. You're supposed to be the director. What the hell happened? And they tell you, oh, I'm a free agent. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. They flip it on. They start to flip it on you. And see, you become the crazy one if you actually expect them to honor the promises that they made to you. See, it's not them that's crazy, it's you that's crazy. Let's see what you guys are talking about down here in the chat. Your girl says, my ex-friend, she wanted someone to peek through her window. She was starved for attention. She didn't mean it literally, but she was starved. Yeah, some people would entertain these crazy people because they're starved for attention. And I'm here to tell you, that type of attention is not the type of attention that you want. You come home and it's like a fatal attraction. See, we got the rabbit boiling in the pot. You don't want to come home to the rabbit boiling in the pot because you're dealing with some dysfunctional human being. Screen Learning says the business opportunities turn out to be casting couches for smoke and mirror movies. Exactly. Yellow Rose of Texas says, I've been in one abusive relationship with the type of person you spoke of way earlier, and I'll never get anywhere near that again. Never. Never. I don't blame you. And the thing about it is, being able to spot these types of people right out the bat is half the battle. Right out the bat, you should be able to spot these types. But, the thing about it is the dysfunctional person, just like take the drug addict, for instance. You ever did an intervention with somebody that's addicted to alcohol or addicted to drugs or some other type of narcotic? You try to tell them about themselves. You try to tell them how their life is spiraling downhill because they are too focused on their hit. They're too focused on utilizing the liquid narcotic or the pill or whatever vice they have to escape their reality. Every time something comes up that triggers a trauma, this is their go-to. And then they walk around always drunk. They show everywhere they show up, they're drunk or high. And see, if you point this out to them, hey, Why you showing up everywhere drunk and high all the time? What's your problem? Oh, they really mad at you. How dare you be sober majority of your life? You think this is their favorite thing. You think you so damn perfect. This is the first thing that come out their mouth. I can't stand people that think they so damn perfect. And it's not that you perfect, you just normal. But they gonna make you feel some kind of way. Here comes the shaming tactics. Cause you too damn perfect. You so judgmental. Okay, I'm too perfect and I'm too judgmental because I don't want to deal with your alcoholic, pill popping, meth addict, whatever you doing behind. I think I'm perfect and I'm just judging you. You show up everywhere drunk and high, but I'm judging you. And these people genuinely don't like being around normal people. If you pay attention to the person that gets drunk all the time, the person that gets high all the time, most of their closest friends are also people who are very dysfunctional. They don't tend to gravitate towards normal people. And this is also how you know that these people don't want to be helped. This is also how you know they don't want to be helped because they won't change that group that they're with for nothing in this world. So now you're sitting up here, you're normal, and you're telling them, hey, I'm tired of you showing up everywhere drunk. I'm tired of you embarrassing me everywhere we go. I'm tired of you being loud, ignorant, unstable, bipolar acting. So that's how this, and that's the other thing. Like these people that do these drugs and they're drunk all the time, they're very bipolar acting. And when you finally say, "Hey, I don't want to deal with this anymore. This is dysfunctional," they turn on you. You think you're so perfect. That's the first thing they go yelling to say. You think you're so perfect. You're so judgmental. Well, excuse me, but I think that I have a right to discern whether or not I want to be around a bunch of drug addicts that like to get high all day, don't like to get nothing done. We got a deadline on this project, but once again, I'm doing everything and you're just absent, hanging around with your drug addict friends. Excuse me for being perfect. Excuse me for being normal. Yeah, they dislike normality. Being sober is a drag for these people. They don't like a natural high. Gia Girl says, I don't want to deal with chaotic people, but yet people have tried to encourage me to get with him, help him. And I'm like, hell to the no, no, no. Exactly. Yellow Rose of Texas says, on the low, what they really want to say is that they wish they could be better. Something kind of like you. Exactly. And here's the thing. Now, it's not like they won't gravitate towards normal people from time to time. And it's just like what Yellow Rose of Texas says. They have a desire to change their life. But when they get around normal people that function normally, it kind of messes with them because they still fighting their demons. And every time they relapse and you catch them slipping, they're angry at you because you caught them slipping. Because they want you to look at them the same way you look at other normal people. That's what it is. Oh man, you caught me slipping. I ain't want you to notice how dysfunctional I am. As a matter of fact, since you noticed how dysfunctional I am, I'm going to show my whole ass now. And that's exactly what they do. They get mad at you because you done noticed how dysfunctional they are. You ever been around a person that exhibits dysfunctional behavior, and then you start peeping it, and then they get mad at you because you see them? Then they start showing their ass. They get mad at you and they want to act a whole damn fool with you because you see. And you know what I'm talking about. They get real snappy. Even though you're not saying anything to them, but they kind of know that you know. So you go in, you say, oh, hey, what's going on, Ray? What you mean by that? Oh, I was just saying hi. Oh, don't. What you saying hi like that for? Then they want to start getting, aggressive and angry with you. Every little thing that you say, they think there's some kind of undertone to it because they waiting on you to say something about their dysfunction. That's what it is. They know that they done did something wrong and you done caught them. And so now they're going to beat you to the punch. So they're going to get mad before you get mad. Oh, I don't F with her anyway. They cut you off. Like you done did something to them. But actually, they're the ones that ain't showing up. They're the ones that's not, holding down their part of the responsibility for whatever it is that you guys have agreed to. They're the ones in breach of everything. But they'll turn around and tell everybody how they ain't effing with you no more. And then they will go on a narcissistic smear campaign. Because they hate the fact that you saw them in their dysfunction. And don't call it out. They really hate that. Gia Girl says, excuse me for not wanting to be a drug addict and alcoholic and mentally disturbed person. Hell no. Exactly. And so then what ends up happening is all of the normal people that they initially tried to surround themselves with, they start pushing them away because their slip is showing. And then they start gravitating back to them same old weirdos they've been hanging out with and trauma bonding with them and telling them how, oh, they think they this and they think they that. This person ain't all this, they ain't all that. They get with their little weird friends and they try to run your name down into the ground. You hanging out with pedophiles, you hanging out with other drug addicts, you hanging out with other winos, all these dysfunctional people that will listen to you and your craziness. They're not going to tell you that you're out of your damn mind. You go to these people on purpose. Because you don't want to hear the same person say, hey, that's dysfunction. You really need to do something about that. That's not going to cut it in real life. You're never gonna move anywhere unless you get past this, my man. You don't want to hear the same person say that, because that would mean that you would have to be accountable for yourself. That would mean that you would actually have to look in the mirror and take some goddamn accountability. But I'm going about an hour into my spiel. I think I will go ahead and drop this link so that anybody that has a testimony about dealing with someone like this, people like this, you can come up and you can talk. Has it been somebody that you've been in business with? Is it somebody on your job? Is it somebody you've been in a relationship with? Is it a friend? Because a lot of times you can have these people and they're toxic friends. I met a girl like this some years back. This chick named Shantia. I don't know where she is now, but when I first met her, we were both in our 20s. And I was stable, you know what I'm saying? I had a husband, a family, that type of thing, et cetera, et cetera. I met her at work, and she seemed to have all her stuff together. She seemed to be stable. She seemed to have a little boyfriend. She at first it seemed to be a pretty good friendship. But then as I started to get to know this chick, we hanging out together, doing stuff, and she calling me and all this type of stuff. Then all of a sudden her slip starts to show. This heifer getting high. This heifer sitting up here running through men like you changing underwear. She's sitting up here asking me to borrow money. Every time I turn around, she ain't got gas. Then I noticed that her car got taken away. Now I'm giving her a ride to work. Her life is slowly falling apart because she's unstable. The drugs and all of the dysfunctional lifestyle that she lived finally starting to catch up with her. And then she noticed that I noticed that her slip is showing. Then she tried to go behind me to my man. And I'm telling you, this is what crazy ass friends will do, because they secretly jealous of you because you have a normal life and a normal relationship. And they will do what they can to destroy you. Now, my husband at the time, he was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Immediately told me, hey, your friend out of line. She tried to come over here and pop it to me because she had asked me to borrow some money. And I said, no, you didn't pay us back the money that we had already loaned you. Heather, you getting cut off. Oh, she got mad when I cut her off. She tried to go around the back door to my man. And then when that didn't work, she went to the job spreading rumors about me and my husband. Now, all of a sudden, my husband wanted her. These are the people that will sit up here and do these types of things to you. Dysfunction. And they hate that your life ain't as dysfunctional as theirs. And every time, it never fails. They always gravitate to the next dysfunctional person. And they can go and trauma bond together and be in dysfunctional holy heaven together, because they both do the same thing. Well, if I'm a hoe and you not a hoe, I'm going to hate you for not being a hoe like me. So every chance I get, I'm going to run over and I'm going to, oh, she thinks she perfect. I can't stand no heifers like this. I can't stand these heifers that think they so perfect. Don't think they ish stink. Good morning, cool gent. Jill girl says that sounds like one of these movies from the Lifetime movie network. But it happens for real. I'm telling you, a lot of those Lifetime movies actually are stuff that happened in real life. Gia Girl says, well, you're not perfect. They say they say to me, and I'm like, okay, well, until we both get help, and then we will see what happens. Say around May win, May have never. Right, right. But yeah, these people will sit up here and they would waste your time and use every single opportunity that they can to tear you down because they're angry that you're not as dysfunctional as they are. And then dysfunctional people, I'm not saying that they don't cross each other, but they're so used to the double cross. Have you ever seen two people? It happens here on YouTube all the time. You ever seen two YouTubers that are dysfunctional? They're always beefing with each other. But then next thing you know, they friends again. Y'all put a one in the chat room if you've ever seen this happen. They sit up here, they argue, they beef with each other, and next thing you know, they are friends again. Because they like the dysfunction. And I've seen two dysfunctional people argue, fight, damn near have it all the way out with each other. Next thing you know, they back in each other's faces again. Because it's easier to forgive the other dysfunctional person than it is for them to be cool with and be functional again with a normal person. A normal person, a normal person is somebody that they can never, ever, ever have anything in common with. And their hate for you being normal goes so deep that they will hold grudges against you forever just because you're not as dysfunctional as they are. I've seen this happen. Yes, dear girl, in real life, on YouTube and in real life. And it's sad. It's hella sad. But at any rate, I threw the link out there. I don't think I got anybody coming up. It is 3 minutes past the 1 hour mark. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And if nobody decides they want to come up, you don't want to make this a panel topic, that's perfectly fine. I'll go ahead and make this just a monologue topic, and I will end it. But you know what? One thing that I do want to leave you with the final thought on, as far as these dysfunctional people that do not like people who are normal. These are people that you steer clear of. And like I said, all of these dysfunctional people, they're not all drug addicts. They're not all, the typical dysfunctional people that you would think of. Some of these people are addicted to drama instead of drugs. Instead of drugs, these people are addicted to drama. So these are people that you'll see on YouTube always putting out beef videos, all of their content. Now, every now and then they might have some content on something else, but about 80 to 90%, over 50% of their content is about beefing with somebody else. They're addicted to drama. Every time you see this person, they're arguing with somebody. Every time this person go on a panel, they can't have a regular conversation with nobody without trying to turn it into an argument. That's a form of dysfunction too. That you cannot have regular conversations. You can't disagree with a person without turning it into a knockdown, drag out argument where you're getting disrespectful with the other individual. I've seen plenty of that dysfunction as well. And see, these are the people, they don't like going to peaceful channels where people have actual discussions and it don't turn out like that. They don't like that. They gravitate towards the beef one networks or the networks where there's nothing but beefing 24/7. They gravitate to those places where they can do their effery in peace. Yes, many on YouTube, Conclusion 87. Yellow Rose of Texas says, my situation is still too painful to speak publicly about. I lost 75 pounds and got in shape and lost someone I thought was my best friend and rooted for me. Wow. Yeah, and that's the rub. That's the rub. These people will be sitting back in the cuff, hate watching your life, seeing you doing better for yourself, and hating the fact that you're doing better. I remember after my husband passed, and I had to go and move in with my mom because his medical bills were so expensive. We lost our house. I was really, really going through a real low period in my life. I lost my husband, lost my house. Those are just really some dark times for me. And I remember I had more people that claimed that they were on my side when I was down. When I was down, when I was like, at the point where I needed to lean on other people for help, there were people there. But as soon as I started elevating myself and getting to the point where I was no longer down, no longer needed nobody to help me all the time, as soon as I started elevating myself and doing better, that's when I lost a lot of friends. Because what ended up happening was I started doing better than some of them. And see, it's not even the fact that you're doing better, but when you start doing better than some of them, that's when the real hatred starts. And you'll hear them say little snide things. Oh, you think you're doing it big now. How much money you want to make? I remember one time when I had first started becoming an owner operator, somebody asked me how much money did I want to make. Did not think I already made enough money because I was talking about expanding my business into a trucking company. How much money you want to make? I couldn't believe this person said that to me. You over here complaining to me because I have a vision to do even better than what I'm doing. Those type of people, those are the haters that hold you back. That's just like if you're a YouTuber and you want to expand from YouTube and do other social media outlets, and somebody come to you and say, "Damn, how big you trying to get on this thing?" You always have people like that holding you back because they really jealous of your progress, and you really need to get those people out your circle ASAP because they're there to plant seeds of doubt in you. Because when you see that you can do something and they see that you know that you can do it, they'll sit there and start to plant seeds of doubt. And they will also try to sabotage. That's why, when you have a channel, you got to really, really look out for the people that's moderating on your channel. I pay attention to the people I give riches to. Because sometimes you have people on your channel and they're moderating for you, but they're hate moderating. You got people that will hate moderate on your channel. What's up, Raining Room Man? And what I mean by that is, me and Screen Learning talked about this maybe a couple of weeks back, where people will be a moderator on your channel. They really don't want to see your channel grow. So they'll start deleting and hiding people. You got to watch that. You got people in your life that will sit up and sabotage you on purpose. And I remember it was happening over on O'Shea channel. O'Shea was wondering how come his viewership was dropping. He was wondering how come he didn't have as many people coming to watch him live. And then I started noticing certain people in his chat room that would have beefs with certain people coming to watch his O'Shea show. And I told O'Shea, I said, O'Shea, you need to get rid of some of these moderators that you giving riches to. These people are on your channel with their own personal agenda. They don't give a damn about the channel growth. They don't give a damn about nothing that you got going on. They're over here sabotaging your stuff. And I remember O'Shea went and he started snatching riches. And as soon as he did, his viewership went right back up again. You have to be careful about who you let in your circle, because these people will sabotage you. They will sit up here and try to talk down on what you're doing because they're jealous and they don't want to see you grow. I have a person now, I thought was a friend. And, they'll sit up here. If I do a morning show, they'll do a morning show. Now, this person ain't been doing no morning show. But because I do my morning show and, I get responses early in the AM. Oh, now I'm going to do a morning show too. And they will simultaneously broadcast at the same time that I broadcast to split the views. You got people that would do that too. Or you could be talking to a person about an idea. And then next thing you know, 5 minutes later, not even whole 5 minutes go by, and they firing up a live stream about what you just talked to them about. And see, these are people you can't even talk to about ideas because they gonna steal those too. But you peep erratic behavior and recognize it for what it is. Me, I distance myself. When I see it, I distance myself. You going around online handing out cease and desist orders every time you get into an argument with somebody. You finna sue somebody every time. This is YouTube, by the way, y'all. Let's clarify something. This is YouTube. Outside of you threatening me or people in my family, I'm not finna waste no money, no time, no energy with no cease and desist orders. I'm not trying to sue nobody. Just like the little thing that Fantastic did over there at the Breakdown of Woman Perspective when he chased me over there to that channel. That was completely illegal. They call it cyberbullying. And yeah, he could be prosecuted for some of the things he said to me over there. I know what my rights are. I'm not fit to waste my time trying to sue Fantastic. This is YouTube. And also what he did is called stalking. But see, when people don't know the law, they don't know exactly what it is they're doing. They do a lot of dumbass shit. They do and say a lot of dumbass shit that can get them in trouble down the line. And there are people that they don't have a life. They got plenty of time to be sitting up here suing your ass. I ain't got time. I'll just have a falling out and call it a day and going on about my life. Because you ain't threatened my family. You ain't, did none of the extra that would make me want to come for you for real. So I just call it that we just had a falling out, and that's the end of it. This YouTube, it ain't even that deep for me. But it is that deep for some people. And when I see that you the type of person, this is what you do all the time, you ain't got nothing better to do than be suing everybody for every little thing that happened to you, I distance myself from you too. Because there's a little bit of dysfunction in that as well. Good morning, Slayer Jim. Rainy Woman says they time people out and delete them simply because they don't like someone. Exactly. Exactly. Full circle said he got all the ones. Full circle got all the ones, but Rainy Woman says it's okay not to like someone on YouTube, and it's okay to be disliked. It's okay to fall out with someone or just disassociate yourself because you don't vibe with what is happening. Exactly. But I'm not going to sit up here. If I put in a lawsuit or a cease and desist and all this type of stuff for everybody that has offended me on here, do you know? And to be honest with you, I got so many people on my block list. It is just easier to block the person than to go through all that. Do you know how many people I got on my block list? If I were to send all them people on my block list, cease and desist, hiring an attorney because this person offended me and they broke the law, and a lot of them broke the law. Do you know how tied up my time would be doing this? It's just easier to block people and ignore them and move on with life. What's up, Eric Bird? It's a lot easier to do that than to put yourself through the unnecessary BS. Joe Whitfield in the house. Look at Joe. Joe, your wife. I always say Joe's wife is so lucky. Look how handsome he is. He looking like a whole snack. All right, let me stop covering other women's husbands. See that's my little bit of dysfunction right there. Y'all just saw my little bit of dysfunction. But I ain't gonna be mad at you if you point it out. All right, y'all. So I'm about an hour and 20 minutes into this. I dropped the link. Nobody came up, so I'm gonna go ahead and call it a show. Thank you all for coming out. I got 30 in the chat. Please hit the like button. Share this video onto your community tabs, because what that does is it throws me out into the algorithm. It brings more people to the channel to enjoy these morning rides with you. And also hitting that like button keeps me on top. Don't you want to see me grow? You want to see me on top? Hit that like button. But at any rate, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. Thanks again for all of you that were here early this morning on the morning rides. I got screen learning up in here early in the morning. Chef Disaster, Al Banks, Yellow Rose, Texas, Gia Girl, All the regular people came in super early. You know, you guys are the real MVPs. I love each and every last one of you. Oh, Joe, thank you. Thank you. Yes, share on other social media as well. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Well, I am out. Peace.